Hey guys, this is your boy Marcus and welcome to the 4th episode of my Master League with Swansea City at the current moment, because of course we can change squads and stuff like that. But yes, loads of people asking me where is Master League and why have I not been doing it so recently. Basically it was down to me not being well over the weekend when I was actually going to get time to record, and I was like, I can't do this because I wasn't feeling well. So with that being said, we start off in the first game of the episode against Sunderland. We have Zabret in goal. Not a very clever thing to do considering that Sunderland are a pretty decent team. Play like the Michu and Alvaro Vasquez started. Manon played for Sunderland, Cuellar, De Kite, Kallstrom, Keesing Young. Keesing Young actually should be at Swansea, but because he's on loan at Sunderland, it stays as a default transfer. So for whatever ridiculous reason it is with PES, they don't like to have it so you can just loan players out and have it as a loan. But I mean, I'm not going to bar because Keesing Young's not actually that good in this game, because I can actually get better midfielders. Of course, with me getting Jack Wilshere, it sort of shows everything. So with that being said, we actually kicked off. It was a Liberty Stadium, so us as a home team, and like in the 5th minute of the match, we got the ball here with Neil Taylor, play it out to Pablo. It's a corner kick, so it's like fair enough. A lot of people have pushed forward, so Michu here on the ball, waits for Taylor for me to run down the left hand side. Taylor will cross it in, and Chico will score. Now Chico Flores, whatever his name is a pretty good defender, but I wouldn't really class him as one I'm going to probably keep in the squad because he's 25, I think, and he's a bit, I wouldn't say old, but I mean it is relatively old. Jonathan Guzman here actually scores a really nice goal there with a nice little cross from Alvaro and him making a late run into the box. I mean, Chico Flores is probably one of the players to actually get rid of. Zabret I'll keep because he's only 18, and I saw a lot of people saying that there's not a lot of development in this Master League compared to last year, and I like that. That basically means that your players don't just go from being like 84 rated to being 99 rated in the space of about 4 games. So as a little bit more realistic development is probably the best way to describe it. But 2-0 was the final score between Swansea and Sunderland. It wasn't particularly the most entertaining game. I mean, yes, it shows the stats show off. I mean, I had 6 shots, 2 on target in full time, 77 pass completion, 6 shots, 2 on target. Sort of shows that they defended really well because 2 shots on target, 2 goals scored. Me being efficient, they had 2 shots on target. So it doesn't really sound like the most entertaining game, and it really wasn't the most entertaining game for in terms of actually editing. But Chico Flores got man of the match with an 8.0 rating, and into the second match of the episode. For goodness sake, I'm getting my mind's messed up, man. Not commentating in a couple of days, and it's just gone bloody flip-sided. But anyway, the second game are against Southampton, and Southampton is the second game of the episode, and actually the second and final Barclays Premier League game in this episode, because the last game, of course, will be a Europa League game. But Southampton, my god, man, how good their squad is. It doesn't really look good on paper. Like, Schneiderlin's a good player, Steven Davis, Lallana, Ramirez, Osvaldo, Lambert. They're good players, they sound like good players, and they are quite good players, but my god, how good their actual team is. Like, I don't know what it is, but PES for some reason have rated Osvaldo unbelievably high, and he is so goddamn good in this game. I don't know what it is, but yeah, yes, they kicked off because of course we were playing away from home, so we were playing in the ridiculous purple and yellow away, which I really don't like. And in the 6th minute of the match, you actually score. Lambert heads it on. No, did they score? I think they score. Yeah, they do score because I give it away. Yeah, me being an idiot, Vorm gives it straight to Osvaldo, who chips Vorm, and I was just like, what the hell, like, really? And with that being said, it was actually the 16th minute, he actually scored again. Osvaldo scores. I don't know what Vorm's doing there, because he just basically hits in the back of the net, and Osvaldo scored 2 more, 2-0 down, and it's not even half time, and it's just like, what the hell? So in the 36th minute here, Michu on the ball, runs a little bit down one of the sides. Brent actually really fortunately tries to get a shot away, can't get the shot away. Borch picks it up and he throws it out. And I mean, at halftime it was 2-0. Okay, they were absolutely dominating us. They nearly scored there. Ramirez really should have scored on the cusp of halftime. And we were just like, I was like, oh god, my team, like, this can't be happening. So at halftime, didn't really change anything. I mean, we had 1 shot on target, 1 shot, not even on target, and 6 shots clear on target from Southampton. So they were absolutely dominating us, and it came to the 60th minute here, and Wilshere on the ball, gets to Michu, and Michu plays it to Boney, and Boney just sort of uses his strength, pushes 2 players on the ball, gets it back to Michu, who's made the run through. Michu through on goal, and when Michu's through on goal, Michu usually scores, and it's a bit realistic because in real life Michu does usually score the majority of the time when he is actually placed through on goal. So Michi scored, and then I was like, right, I'll keep going for this. So 63 minutes again, Michi gets played through on goal. Does he score this time? Well, no. Barch makes a really good save, and Pavel actually heads it in. And like that, I'm a bit disappointed by the goalkeeper in there, because I mean, yeah, like of course I was in real life I was ecstatic like hell because I've actually scored, but like it sort of takes away that sheen of you just scoring a good goal. But there, Lambert actually scores. Ricky Lambert scores from Osvaldo missing out and getting his hat-trick goal. But Ricky Lambert scores, and it goes, and we were just like, oh gosh. In the last minutes of the match, I do a little cheeky thing. I'm running down the right-hand side of Nathan Dyer. I run in near the box. I shoot. I don't shoot near post. I used to shoot near post. That's usually a little cheeky thing you do with wingers. It really works. But Ben Davies gets it down the right hand side, crosses it in, and Mitro actually scores his second goal of the game. He could have potentially also had a hat trick. He had a hand in all 3 goals for Swansea, and of course Osvaldo had a hand in all 3 goals for Southampton. But in the last minutes of the match, Danny Fox has a free kick, Worm saves it, Worm kicks it away, and that was the final score, 3-3 between Southampton and Swansea. So it was an unbelievably good game to actually play in. It wasn't really a good game to watch. It's probably the best way to describe it, because the defending was absolutely dreadful from myself, really. I mean, we only had 6 shots, 4 on target, so it sort of says everything how good Southampton were at defending. Man of match, of course, went to Osvaldo, fair enough, because he scored 2 goals and basically should have scored the 3rd goal. But from this table, you can see that Man United are top, Liverpool are second, Stoke are still third. Don't know how Stoke are even there. Man City are 4th, Swansea are 5th, Arsenal are 6th, and Chelsea are 7th. So it's a relatively realistic table, except for Stoke being there. It's just a bit weird why Stoke would be 3rd in the table. But Swansea, of course, top 7, top 8, top 10 sort of makes sense. And at the bottom, you can see that it's West Brom and Fulham and West Ham and stuff are not near the bottom, but they're sort of hovering just above the relegation zone. So it's a bit more realistic than I actually thought it would be. So into the last game of this episode, it is against Marcia de Gena. And we're playing Swansea City, and we're away from home, Konami Stadium. Don't really know. I think Marcia de Gena are a fake team in the game, so it doesn't really matter who really played for them. But I still show off the team. They've had Delios and Alper and Georgia Holos and Simeonidis, and they had some. No, I'm not gonna say weird named players, but yeah, that was really about it. I mean, we played a relatively weaker squad than usual. We had that Kanyas playing in midfield, Taylor at left back. I mean, Taylor's not a weak player, but Tremel in goal, Nuhai, Amat, Leo, Lucas, Jojic. I didn't even play Jojic, but Jojic was on the bench. Donnelly played up front, Pozuelo. I mean, like, basically when it comes to, I don't really care about Europa League. Europa League doesn't really mean much to me because I want to get that Champions League spot. And if I can get the Champions League spot, I'd be unbelievably grateful with it. But, I mean, yeah, like, this is the first season, so basically I'm just trying to get, if I can win the league, it'd be unbelievably amazing. But if I can't do that and get just the top 4 spots or top 5 spots, I'd be unbelievably happy with that. But in the 6th minute of the match, March again actually played a really good ball. Get to Adam down the left hand side. Adam actually shoots, and Adam scores. And Tremel, I don't know, is just a dreadful goalkeeper. So Tremel will probably be one of the first players to actually get rid of in this squad. He's really old. He's like 34, I think. Like, what the hell are you doing? But Donnelly plays Lama through on goal, Lama, and Lama scores. So Lama scores, the beast that he is down the left hand side, scores into the left edge in their post, number 14 for Swansea, and then Kanyas makes a great run forward. Kanyas, Dyer. Not even Dyer, it's Routledge, and Routledge scores as well. So Routledge scores, that's a really nice goal. The fact that he hits it with the inside of his foot but it curls towards the top corner sort of makes it a little bit cooler. But yeah, I mean, the majority of the goals you score in these games, they're relatively simple goals. They're not really too difficult. I mean, Pozuelo here just sort of runs through the defence, gets a shot away. And I mean, what's the keeper doing there, I'm not really sure, but Pozuelo on his weak foot scores 3-1 coming up to half time, and that was really basically it. If I can remember correctly, I didn't really do much in the second half either. Kanyas here I think he has a shot. Yeah, that's a fantastic shot from Jose Kanyas, and at half time it was 3-1. Kicks the ball away. Technically, the referee should have played on because Willow would have chested it, played on, and Donnelly would probably went on to score. But yeah, halftime score, 3-1. Pass completion to 80%, 56% possession. Basically dominating Marcia de Gena as you expect, considering they're a fake team, and that was the final score. So the final score 3-1 against Marcia de Gena. Away from home, a very good result for our Swansea City side, which I played a lot of reserve players. I mean, Routledge isn't considered a first team starter in my team. Dyer plays on the right, and of course Pablo Hernandez on the left. So Lama has to sort of show me if he has the capability to actually stay in the squad, but Donnelly got man of the match for some weird reason, don't really know why. And here's the Europa League table, where Swansea are top 6 points, Inter second, of course, 3, March Degna and Pacos de Ferreira are the bottom 2, doesn't really matter which way you want to call them. And that was really about it. So if you have enjoyed this episode of my Master League series, I'm not really care about likes really, so if you have enjoyed this video, just subscribe to my channel for more, and catch you later.